A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities.
Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Good 19. Okay. Go.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Brissett to throw on first.
They're looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Let's go.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Ready.
Ritter to throw it.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in the Bear territory now, this is first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Bootlegging out here. Ritter
sliding out of the pocket. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. But Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
Ritter on first and 10.
And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that.
This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for him.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit, third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
3rd and 19. Brissett. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Ready, right. Smash, smash. Switch, yellow. Hut, hut.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. The Vikings are 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
Here we
And
go.
look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now, because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now, because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
Mega. Hut.
They'll run with Dobbins. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Ready.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check Fury.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Vikings are able to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Andrew Booth puts it on.
He's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Left. Shot, 17. Ready.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Come on, set.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in a running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Slide through. Smash, red.
Ritter back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready?
Back to throw, Ritter.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Whoa, wow. Nowhere close. That's off to the left and no good.
And the lead will hold at 10.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to go.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. Brissett. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Brissett. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sideline and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Fielded just inside the 30. Going to be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Here we go, set.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Set, go.
Ritter. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, here's Ritter. Rolling to his right. It's caught, blocked it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And a nice call and really good execution there, because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
A throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Steal, check, steal. Blue strike. Set.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10.
Throwing. Brissett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brissett sets to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
1st down, Brissett.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Brissett.
They'll get that complete to Albert O.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action now. Brissett.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It certainly looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10.
On play action. Brissett. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands on.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still way short. It's 4th down. Even though they were stopped before the 1st down marker, well-executed run there by the offense.
It certainly was, and the best part about it, it opens up other plays, especially the play-action passing game. Because if you can sell the run, that brings the linebackers up, and you can throw over the top of them and in front of the safeties.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Ready, ready.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Yeah, he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Taking it about the 16. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On 2nd down, LeBlanc. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Kill. Go.
They run the counter. LeBlanc. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Set. Go.
Brissett now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. His safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Vikings are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. 3 first-half interceptions now. And Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the 1st half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play call from here on out, got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Gregory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is from 57 yards out. That is bombs away right there. And the lead stretches 16-3 now. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill. Go.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the 1st half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1st down, here's Ritter. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play.
Here we go.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Mega.
On second down, Ritter. From the left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Go now.
From the 21, here's second down and 3. Ritter to throw it. To the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10.
Here we
Now
go.
first and 10 at the 11.
Green jack. Ready.
Here's Ritter. He's got his man. It's taken on for a breaking touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Kevin O'Connell choosing to lead his guys out there, and they'll go for 2.
Strike. Check. Strike. Smith red. Set.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
Go.
Here's Brissett. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Go.
On 3rd down, LeBlanc. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. There he goes, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Ready,
So
set.
1st and 10, and if they score on this drive,
Strike.
might have to start
Strike.
digging in our second-half blowout material.
White. Ready, ready.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ready.
2nd and 9.
Drill green. Set, cut.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first
Ready,
NFL
ready.
sack.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
On the
From
double.
the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Ritter back to throw.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Down.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
Clock. 10. Set, cut.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped
Ready,
them. Mark
ready.
that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hut, hut.
3rd and short, Ritter. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 12. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the
On the
3rd
ready.
quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen
Black
blown
shot.
leads happen throughout this league. They don't
Hut,
want to fall victim to it themselves.
Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Only a short game there, but that's okay if you're the offense. They brought a lot of pressure at him, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make second down a lot shorter than it was looking for a moment.
Ritter now on second down.
Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Ritter throwing on third down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Hey, kill. Go.
Brissett. And my goodness, another interception. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
Set, ready. Slide through. Ready.
Now Ritter to throw on first down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Second down throw coming for Ritter.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Here we go, set. Ten cycles. Ready.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. From 17 yards out.
And the Vikings are on their way to a 2-0 start. I'll tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, check. Go.
They go play action with Brissett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Brissett's throw complete there to McLeod. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Go.
On 3rd down, LeBlanc. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sat back at the 38. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Go.
To throw, Brissett. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, it's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
Go.
They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Ready?
Going play action. Ritter.
There's that man again. It's complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Ready?
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort.
Right.
What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Ready. 6. Mega. Cut.
On 1st down, Ritter. That'll be complete to Dobbins.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Hey, go Fury. Set.
They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Ready, break.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Smash, smash. Ultra, go ultra. Hi.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Down.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the
Mega,
wound.
mega. Ready.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Set. Go.
Brissett to throw on first. Trying. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Vikings, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.